Hello there. Recording this on Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day. I never realized no one's gonna watch it today, but this video is about the death of my father. He just passed away this past Sunday. He was 79, so I think fair to say he had a good, decent, long life, and that I'm happy about that, especially in light of how we feel like he abused himself over the years, smoking for 50 odd years, and other habits. Never went to the doctor. He was old school, tough guy, which is admirable, but same time, maybe not the best at handling the stress. And it was, the day he died was the longest, hardest day I've had on this planet. It was awful because we watched him go basically almost right up to the end until they kicked us out of the hospital, and it was the strangest thing to watch him fight for life and air as he was slowly dying. It was almost like watching my own birth. It was such a strange experience because he and I had some kind of weird psychic connection that maybe all fathers and sons do. I don't know, but we had moments that were like Freaky Friday-ish, crazy story-esque moments that I want to write about. Maybe in this novel I've been working on, or at some point maybe just talk about it. I don't know. Strange events that made me feel like, on a deep level, that we are the same soul, just making different choices about how to live our life. And maybe that's the ultimate truth of the human existence, that we're all the same soul. Even animals make different, based on our circumstances, make different choices about what to do with our lives. And only kind of realized how similar we are toward the end here, because growing up into early adulthood, into adulthood, felt like we're totally different. He's conservative, and in his appearance, and he's a family man, married for all those years, 3 children, Catholic, and whereas I am unmarried, will never get married, very not liberal, progressive, radical, not religious, spiritual, but ultimately we're so similar in the way that we interact with people. I mean, it's awesome to hear coworkers and other family just express what a great guy he was. And he was a great guy, a great human being, a great man, a great, rock for this family. It's one thing losing a parent. That always sucks, right? That's always tough, no matter what age or circumstance. It's tough. It's tough. But it's another level of tough when it also, like in this case, has made my mom a widow. It's double-edged. Whereas, one parent's already gone, the second one goes. You don't have that double-edged, the double attack. You know what I'm saying? And what do I want to say about this? Well, I'm fairly satisfied that we had a lot of heavy conversations about life and each other, expressing our affection for each other and fondness. But still, there's things I wish I could say. I would honestly love to sit down and have a drink with Dad someday, where we could really get heavy, because he was played his his cards close to the vest. He never let his guard down. Part of his class, but I wanted to know him on a deeper level, and I wish he'd ask me questions about my life. He always seemed intimidated. I don't know. He didn't want to know all the sordid details of my life, adventures I've been on, and so forth. My perspective on the world and religion. We kind of talked politics and business and religion, kind of, but they were contentious and here's something I wanted to cover in this video. This is as much for me as it is for anybody else who might be interested. A few years ago, I was all in for Bernie Sanders, and he was, conservative, Republican. That's kind of down the line. That's the good party. That's the party of the church, and so it was contentious. And I realized I can't be upset with my parents or anybody else for any perspective they have on things, because they're news is Fox News, and that's what they go to, and that's what their brain told them they need to watch to be informed. So it's a conservative, view they have. I can't be upset that they didn't go online and go, research the Young Turks. And it just wasn't in their, that's not their thing to go online at, 75 years old. So this is a message for the current time and moving forward. We really need to evolve as a species in our political discourse, no matter how divided we might seem. We're really not that divided. I think we can agree on a lot of things, first off. But ultimately, the point here is not to be so judgmental. How can you like Trump? I don't like Trump. I think he's terrible. But then that's because I've seen things that other people haven't seen. I know about his history. And I know about the condition he has. But someone who just gets the Fox News view, they don't see him as racist. They don't see him as a pathological liar. You cannot be upset, and that's just being fair, but then it's also kind of helping be more productive in your conversation with people. We've got to really work to tone down the energy, the anger in these discussions of these topics, because it's not fruitful to come at that with that energy. You're just going to hit loggerheads, and realize too that a lot of politicians and people in life, I mean, if they are psychopaths or sociopaths, guys, it's common. You're going to bump into these people. They're not monsters. They're not bad. They're playful, but one of the traits is they love to take everything as a game, I think, in that any discussion, because I say this from firsthand experience with people I've been around. These discussions become a contest of right and wrong, and they will twist your words to try and win an argument like it's a game. And it gets very frustrating that no matter, you'll never convince them to see your side. Ultimately, it'll be that they were right and you were just too stubborn to admit it. And it's not a game. I would tell these people, look, I'm sincere. I'm open to having my perspective changed, but you haven't changed it yet. Well, I don't know where I'm going with that. Just, discussion shouldn't be a contest of who's right and wrong. That's childish. Must mature. Each side of a discussion or perspective has points to make. You've got to listen to each other, and maybe you won't agree in that space of that conversation, but hopefully over time you'll start to see, oh, okay, I kind of get what he was saying now. You find that midline, like the yin-yang symbol. That's where the magic is. There's no one right answer. There's an equally valid opposite perspective, and it's about coming together and working together, because that's what we're on this planet for. And what a boring freaking planet. I'm getting off topic, aren't I? What a boring planet if we all agreed with each other. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't want it to happen. But it's also frustrating that to have unproductive conversation. We can't find that midline. We can, but it's going to be work. Getting back to Dad, what can I say? I know I'll see him again. I don't say that as a spiritual person, which I am. I say that more as a scientific mind thinker, as I am. Understanding how, the universe works. Or actually the multiverse, because that's what it is. We'll figure it out. I can't wait to see him again. I guess I covered most of the points I wanted to. I don't know if anyone will ever get interest or value out of this, but like I say, I recorded as much for myself as anything else. Maybe I'll come back and look at it someday. I guys wish you well. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Father's Day. If your parents are still on this planet. And it's a great thing, too, that we didn't have there was no animosity between me and my father. And I know a lot of you probably do have that with your parents, but you need to forgive them. It's the child who must redeem the parent. That's the Star Wars myth, right? The child redeems the father. Parents mess up. They have babies before they're ready. They don't know what they're doing, like all of us as we go through life. They make mistakes. The child has the responsibility to forgive. It falls on them to repair that relationship. Don't hold the grudge. People are human beings. Your parents are human beings, and they're going to make a lot of mistakes. You just have to forgive them. Say, I know you did your best, and I love you, and let's move forward. It's beautiful, and that's what you got to do. So there's some value for you. Hope that helps you. Have a great day. Bye.